Hey, whew, happy Tuesday, April the 2nd. This is a long passage, Hebrews 5, 7 to 14. During his earthly life, he offered prayers and appeals with loud cries and tears to the one who was able to save him from death. And he was heard because of his reverence. Although he was the Son, he learned obedience from what he suffered. After he was perfected, he became the source of eternal salvation for all who obey him. And he was declared by God a high priest according to the order of Melchizedek. We have a great deal to say about this, and it is difficult to explain since you have become too lazy to understand. Although by this time you ought to be teachers, you need someone to teach you the basic principles of God's revelation again. You need milk, not solid food. Now, everyone who lives on milk is inexperienced with the message about righteousness because he is an infant. But solid food is for the mature, for those whose senses have been trained to distinguish between good and evil. It says above in this passage right here, during his earthly life. This is a reference to Jesus' ministry on earth. It is actually better translated in the days of his flesh. This is again providing for us this picture of Jesus' compassion, his sympathy toward humanity. See, the prayers, cries, tears, they give the account of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. He was tempted in every way. He had no need to offer sacrifices for himself because he never gave in to temptation, since he was sinless. He was tempted in the garden because of the horror that was before him. And yet he was obedient to the will of the Father in suffering and death. And the word in this passage that says after he was perfected, this is a reference to the completion of his work. He completed his work and was thereby given by God the Father the position, the role, the office of high priest, or I've been calling it highest priest, once and for all. And then again, we see this person, Melchizedek, and we'll look at him a little bit later. But remember, he is the king of Salem, the priest of the Most High God. Kind of sounds like a familiar person, right? These are the things that we discuss about Jesus' earthly ministry in the flesh, his cries, his tears, his prayers, and yet he was faithful, he was sinless, he was righteous. Whew. See you tomorrow.